Hey, welcome. I hope we're all doing good today. Okay, welcome everybody. So good to have you here tonight. I'm so glad to have everyone. All right. Um, so good to have you here. Good evening, everybody. I hope you are ready for tonight. It promises to be an excellent night. And I want to especially welcome every one of you. And I want to hope that every single person that is here has registered. For those who want the job, you've registered already, because this is basically your job preparation, your job, of course, your job readiness session before I hand you over to the company that will be giving you the job. For those of us that were around on Saturday, you already know what this job is about. But those of us that are not around, that we're not around, you already know that there's a lot for you to catch up on. But not to worry, I hope that everything will go as good as planned. Now, if you have not followed me, if you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, I'd like you to do that right away before we enter quickly into what we have for tonight. So I want to especially welcome you. Yeah, good evening. Good to have you, Faith. Good to have you, Mano Official. Thank you very much, on Digital Official. Thank you very much. So please, what you want to help me do now, just quickly subscribe to my channel. If you're following me on YouTube, if you're not, please go to YouTube now and quickly get yourself subscribed to my channel. Now, I do this every Wednesday, and opportunities come up. Now, I have this opportunity for those of us that will be joining us for the first time. I have this opportunity to recruit for an organization, and by the special grade of God and providence, they're going to be all over the country. So wherever you're joining from, you don't have a problem. For those of you on YouTube, you have Preacher Shadrach. He would coordinate everyone that is there. And then, of course, but don't forget to quickly join. And as you're joining, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Many of these will be coming up. So I'll explain a bit about the job before I enter into the preparation, the readiness that we need to do. Okay, we have more people coming on board. We have more people coming on board. Yeah, okay, let me do this. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and I'll give a brief of what the job is about, so you can have an idea what it is, and then we move forward from there. As I speak to you already, I think we have a database of over 178, about 178 persons have already indicated interest for this job. Like I said, it's nationwide, and it's a large job opportunity. This will be the first time that I'll be coordinating this. Those that know me and follow me on different platforms know that I post job opportunities from time to time. The same thing, I post business opportunities, grants. If you're a business person, you're looking for grants, you're into NGOs, you are a non-for-profit organization. I also share grant opportunities like that. Facilities funding for different projects, I do that. So if you follow me, when we say Uplift, we are Uplift. Uplift is not an organization that is just mouthed. It's an organization that actually has direct benefit to everyone who follows us. What that means is that what that translates to is that for everyone who joins us, for everyone who follows us, we have opportunities that we post from time to time. Now, one of these opportunities, the one I'm talking about today, sorry, I'm going all over again because of people that are just joining us. All right, so I'd just like to let you know that if you're just joining us, there's a job opportunity that we have for the sake of anonymity. I do not want to mention the name of the organization, but of course, this is not, for those of us that were around on Saturday for the summit, you know we are not doing audio jobs. This is a real job. Okay, now it's not a full-time job. What that means is that you're not going to be employed full-time, but you're going to be employed. And this is how the employment works. Please, as you are coming in, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates when I post them. Thank you. So this is how it works. When you join this particular organization, they will get you trained It's a software company. So I'm basically recruiting for a software company, but this is how it works. You don't need to be a software developer. You don't need to be an IT specialist and stuff like that to be employed. No, what you need to know is to understand the basic techniques that are used in what do you call them now? Installations. For instance, you can maneuver your way through the computer. You can install applications. You can understand how they function, and you can, teach, in one way or the other to make people to, understand the usage or the usefulness, the functionalities of it. So you will be trained on that, and you will be deployed. Now you're going to be paid. Your payment is going to be part of the job that you do. And I'd like to let you know that there is a lot in it. I don't want to mention figures, but if you are very diligent, you will be better off. Can I have a glass of water, please? You'll be better off than those that do 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, whatever it is that they do. And I'm not joking about this. So if you have not registered yet, because I said we have a database that we're using, if you have not registered yet, I'll need you to register at www, please take note of this, efordleadership.org/uplift. I say that again. www, is EPHOD. So EFOD is EPHOD. EPHOD. Somebody can just quickly help me type it there if you have it. Just let me type it on the comment box so that those that are watching can enter into it and quickly get themselves. If you have not registered, because tonight by 12 p.m. I'll have to, like 12, midnight. That's the last opportunity for those that have not registered. So if you've registered, good. If you're not registered, get yourself registered. Once it's 12 midnight, we're closing that portal. We won't be able to accept more persons, all right? Or even if you come after that, we'll have to leave you to the next batch. And like I said, it's all over the country. Now, the idea is this opportunity is for people who are not so busy. If you're very busy, you may not be able to do this. In case you're looking for a second job, this may not be the best for you, because this will swallow up whatever it is you're doing right now. And I'm not kidding. Please, I'm not kidding. I know what I'm saying. The problem right now we are having is that we have more of the opportunities than the people that are ready. And that's why I'm doing this. I would have loved to do this in an office, in a room where people will gather together, but I had to do this in an open air so that many people, as many as possible that can join this can join. So we need as many people as possible. Don't forget, like I said, it's all over the country. And you'll be doing the software installation and all of that in different organizations. What that means is that the organization that owns the software company, partners with banks, and these banks have customers. These customers are the people you're going to be installing for. I don't want to talk more than that. So please, and like I said, you don't need a specialized, qualification for this. You will be trained. After the training, you'll be tested. If you pass, and I believe that, of course, you cannot be on my page and not pass. And that's why I'm doing this job readiness. Please take note of this. For those that will come later, you will find it on this YouTube channel or on my Facebook channel. And those of us, let me see. I think we should record this, yeah? We should record what we're doing. We should record it so that we can have it recorded. And then those that will join later, let me quickly record, all right? So, okay. So recording should start now. Okay, beautiful. So recording has started. That's for those of us that are joining via the Google Meet, all right? So thank you very much once again, and I appreciate you for joining. It promises to be a beautiful time tonight. I'll just go straight into what we have, break everything down for you, and have you ask me questions, because I want us to be done by 8:30. It's supposed to be 1 hour class, 7:30 to 8:30. Thank you so very much, Precious. Oh, Pastor Precious, thank you so very much. Please put it there for everybody. I'm just seeing that now. Check the comment box. For those of us that are on Google Meet, you'll see it's just been posted on the comment chat. on the chat box. Quickly click on it and get yourself registered if you haven't registered. Okay. I don't want to come back to this. I want to finish this before I enter into what we have tonight in the class. Is that okay? On YouTube, has anybody posted it? Okay, yeah, this recording is going to be on YouTube. It's saved on YouTube. Anytime you come to my YouTube channel, you find it there. So that's why I said, please subscribe and put your notification on. There are times I come online and I am not going to announce it. There are times it's spontaneous. I just come online and I begin to, talk, and I'm posting opportunities. When that begins to happen, or I post a reel or a short video of how things move for me, especially when I get opportunities. Sometimes I do not have the patience to wait for too much of a structure and all of that. I just bring it out. So if you are following me, it is better. If you subscribe to me, it is even much more better. Is that okay? So please make sure you subscribe. And please, this is not limited to those of you that are here. Get somebody on board. You may be helping someone who needs a job right now. You may be helping someone. Like I said, there are people that are doing 9 to 5. I did my calculation for those that were around on Saturday for the summit. One of the things you will realize is that after the calculation, I don't want to exaggerate. In a month, you can actually make over 200, 300,000 on this job alone. I'm not joking. And I'm not joking about that. I'm talking, and if you know how to do it better, especially when you're taught and you are good at it, you can be sure that you will do much more. You do better than that. So I won't talk more than that. But at the end of the day, it depends on your readiness. It depends on your strength. It depends on your capacity. And it depends on how well you do during the training. So the training is open to everybody that will be submitting their names. So I will be sending your names over to the company, and they will call you and invite you for the training. That being said, kindly permit me to go straight into what we have for tonight. So this is the job readiness edition. Please invite somebody now. Somebody needs to be a part of this. This is something you're going to need, not just for this job, for other things that you'll be doing as time goes on. For those of you that got the email, please let me know. Put it on the chat box, whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube, or in on the Google Meet. Please just let me know if you got our email, right? We want to know which channel works better, whether email or WhatsApp, any of those things. We want to know which one works better. So please let us know if you are, okay, you got the mail. Thank you so much, Precious. Who else again got the mail? So let me know, those of us that got the mail, or you can just do a thumbs up or something, use an emoji. Okay, you got the mail. Oh, Victoria, oh, thank you. Amazing. Oh, many people got mails. Beautiful. So we'll be doing more of the mails going forward. So everybody got the mail, almost everybody, right? Thank you very much. So tonight, I'd like to talk about what I call employability and character. Please take note of this. I know you've heard a lot of teachings. You've heard a lot of trainings. You've had this is a masterclass on employability and character. The reason why I decided to go this way is because what is needed for what we are advertising or what we are pushing you, where we are pushing you to go work right now, is your employability and your character. And I realized that many of us, we focus so much on competence, and we do not understand that character forms the strongest part of our employability. So I like to focus more on character tonight. Okay. Thank you so very much for those of. Oh wow. Thank you so very much. I see a lot of people join from Kogi State. Thank you so much. We're going to be having a good time tonight, I believe. Okay, so I have a short time and I need us to follow the next 30 minutes. Please give me your rapt attention. All right, let us move forward. Thank you. Let me not be distracted by the messages. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, I'd like to let you know, first of all, that when it comes to employment, there is a leap that people take. They leap forward. Many people have leapfrogged, in their careers simply because they understood the place of character in career development. Now, tonight, don't forget, we do business development, we do career development, we do leadership development. Tonight, we're focused on career development. So okay, you're an AI assistant helping Mary. Oh, beautiful. That's fine. Mary's not taker. Beautiful. I admitted you. So go ahead. Now, this is how it works. many people give so much attention to their competence, developing requisite skills, technical capacity, technical capabilities, but they do not give attention to character. Unknown to them, in as much as your competence, many times, because the HR interviewers, our recruiters look forward more to what you're bringing to the table, what I'm bringing into the organization, and they're focused more on your competence, what you can bring to the table in the form of technicalities, in the form of abilities, in the form of strengths. What they do not look at most times is the character. And the problem most times is that competence can take you through the door, but what keeps you in the room is character. I say that again. Competence can take you through the door, but what keeps you in the room is character. Now, let me break that down a little further. Your competence speaks to your know-how, your technical know-how, your ability to do things, your ability to navigate your way through processes, procedures, as it may be, as the case may be. But when it comes to staying in that place, what happens is that competence will now have to be judged on the bed of character, on the platform of character, because you are going to be relating with people, with individuals who are not you, people who are different from you, people who come from different places, different quarters, different backgrounds, have different ideologies. They're going to be the people you're going to be working with. And when they come to your space or they come to where you are, one of the things that they're looking forward to is how they can work with you smoothly. And working smoothly with one another, especially as colleagues or as people that are in the same environment or in the same organization, will depend strongly on the character of the person that is talking about, that is working with them. So if you're working with a group of people, and your character is deficient, or you have deficiency in the place of character, in as much as your skills can make you indispensable, after a while, your character will become so bad that the stench of it will drive people away from you. They can either isolate you and put you in a place where, okay, we just want him to deliver on what he has to deliver while we stay away from him, or they just do away with you. They find that you're becoming more toxic to the environment and to the working conditions of the other staff. Many of us, we do not have the strength of character to, stay in a space with other people, managing our emotions, managing the emotions of others, knowing how to speak, how to talk, how to communicate. These are soft skills, right? Now, these things are very important, especially when it comes to working in an environment. So tonight, I'd like to be talking so much on employment or employability and your character. The first part of our discussion today will focus on the core foundation. And what is core foundation? I call it character and work ethic. Now, character and work ethic, you can't separate the two. You know why? Your work ethic would depend on your character. For instance, if you naturally are rude, it will show in your work ethics, right? When your director, your superior, your supervisor wants to speak to you on a particular subject matter, maybe because you've done something wrong and they want to correct you, your character comes to show. Have you seen people in offices that you correct them and they tell you, oh, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, sir. I take this correction. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to be better. Now, that is character showing there. Now, but people that do not have good character, what happens is that when you correct them, they either begin to keep malice with you, or they begin to cause confusion in the organization. They begin to, attract to themselves people who would also become, naturally incensed against leadership. So you come to an organization, you see sometimes it looks like there's a fight between the people and the leadership. And you're wondering why. Sometimes it starts with one person. Bad character is the reason why in organizations we always say this. The moment we find a bad egg, what we do is to isolate that egg before it infects other eggs. It's just like palm oil. It's like when oil touches your hands and you are in an environment, you shake hands. Is that not so? The hand you're using to shake someone else, there's oil on it already. That's how the oil begins to transfer from yourself to others, and it goes all the way round. Now, The question I usually ask is this: when it comes to, am I getting questions? Thank you. Yes, this is going to be on YouTube. Anytime you come back here, you're going to see this here. Is that okay? Thank you very much. So please take note. I want you to follow me, please. What we are doing is very important, and don't forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube. Now, this is how it works. When you find yourself in a working environment, especially for those of us that I'm going to be sending your names to this organization, one of the things that they will be looking out for is not just your competence, not just your technical know-how, how you know how to maneuver your way around softwares and all of that. No, that's not the thing. What they'll be looking at, the core thing they'll be looking at will be your character. Do you listen? Do you take instructions? Do you follow through on instructions? Do you have a proper reporting culture, right? Do you have a punctuality culture? If they say people should be here by 7, are you there by 7? If they say people should be around by 8, are you there by 8? Or are you the kind that they'll be waiting for you when everybody has gathered together? That's when you are coming in. They'll be watching out for some of these things, and it borders a lot on your character. Now, you notice that there's not going to be too much of for this job, because they believe that I have trained everybody that I'm going to be bringing. Please take note of this. It's on my honors that this job is going to be getting to many people. All right? It's on my honors. What that means is that many people are going to enjoy this because of the sacrifices I have made. Meaning that you do not need to go through any process, for instance, aptitude test and all this kind of stuff. You may not have all of those, because they believe very strongly that the people I am presenting to them are people that have been trained. That's why I'm using 3 different platforms. I'm seeing people on Facebook, I'm seeing people on YouTube, and there are a lot of people on on the Google Meet as I speak right now. So what am I trying to say? When you get there, what they are looking at is they want to see what this man told us, that he has trained these people. Is it true? Do they have the character? Do they have the requisite attitude that is good enough for the kind of people that we are looking for? Don't forget, they'll be deploying you to go to different businesses, different places. And I'm not joking. There are millions. The people we're talking about, there are many people that need this service. So you'll be deployed to go to different places. And when you are going, maybe if you can do up to 2 in a day, 3 in a day. I don't know how many you can do in a day, but you can do up to 5. That's beautiful. All right. You can do up in a week, you can do up to 5, depending on and like I said, the demand is even more right now than what we can handle. So that's why we are doing this mass recruitment, so that we can have many people enjoy this. And please, don't forget, you're going there on my honors. So we're talking of character and work ethic. There are two legs now. We have competence and we have character. One is the engine, the other is the steering wheel. I say that again. If you understand how cars work, how vehicles function, you know that there's the engine, which is the powerhouse, and then there's a steering wheel that navigates. Oh, please don't lose this for anything, and please share this with someone. Someone needs this. You may not have heard this before, or you may not have heard it in this way or in this manner before. Please, I beg you, get somebody on board. Somebody may need what we are doing right now. So please take note of this. I say it again. There are two legs upon which, when it comes to job readiness, when it comes to employability, when it comes to your functionality, when it comes to what you bring to the table. And for those of us that attend interviews from today, when they ask you what you bring to the table, don't always focus too much on competence. Focus also on character, because there are 2 legs. These 2 legs are so powerful. These 2 pillars are so powerful that they are needed for you to succeed in everything that you do. All right. I don't know what to do now. Kosi is trying to join. I don't know what to do. Let me ask. Join on Facebook, please. Maybe if you can join on this, please join on Facebook. Okay. All right. So please, let's go ahead. All right. Now, this is how this works. Like I was saying, when you have these 2 and you are good at them, you are indispensable in any organization that you go to. There's no organization I have worked in that I wanted to leave and there was no apprehension. Apprehension in the sense that, oh, this guy is leaving us, we don't want him to go. But if you're that kind of a person and you are leaving and people are happy that you are leaving, then something is wrong. oh yes, something is wrong. So I'd like to repeat it again. There are two legs, two pillars upon which your functionality, your success in every job you find yourself will lie. Number one, competence. Number two, character. And I said that competence is what? Engine, the engine. That's where the heat is generated. That is where fuel is needed. That is where, there is the what do you call it? The flywheel effect, right? There's a lot of work because you need it to start. You need it to push. Without the engine, the car cannot move. But without the steering wheel, the car will move nowhere. It will move, but where is it moving to? So you now realize that the engine is as important as the steering wheel. As great and as powerful as the engine is, which is your competence, your character, which is the steering wheel, is what gives direction. It gives direction to the power that you have generated through your competence. So when you have generated competence, please don't forget to also add the steering wheel that gives direction to what? To the competence that you've already acquired. Many times in workplaces, execution requires a structural shift from we have this student mindset to ownership mindset. And ownership mindset will focus on building your consistency, building your transparency, building accountability. Now, these are things that many times are lacking in many people. If you don't have consistency, you don't have transparency, you don't have accountability, you are coming to work and you are late, you cannot call ahead of time to let your employer or your supervisor to know ahead of time that you're going to be late. You don't have accountability. You're not transparent in your dealing, right? They give you some money to go get something and you are lying that you got a so amount, and so because we think, some of us, we think that the way things are, is in Nigeria and Nigeria, and all of us in Nigeria, we know how things they work now. You go keep something to yourself. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We are raising a generation of leaders who have character, who have competence, who are consistent, who are transparent, and who are accountable. Because that is what makes the difference. It's the reason why we have people in power today that we cannot trust. It's the reason why we are having a ministry, or rather, an agency, all right, that's just appeared from nowhere. We're calling it the fake agency today. And I dare tell you that thing, there are a lot of things that are behind it that we may not even know. So you can imagine that how can a whole country have a ministry, or rather an agency? A whole country has an agency that is not known to the organizations, and there's a budget on it. I mean, budget was approved by the National Assembly for that particular agency. You don't understand what that means. Money is released from the Central Bank of Nigeria for that particular agency. And they're saying the agency is fake. It does not exist. It does not do this. It does not do that. Something is wrong. Character is the problem. Competence is not in question. It is character that is the problem. And many times we do not understand how important character can be. So I want to talk first of all on what I call the foundation of trust. If you're writing, please write it down. The foundation of trust. And that's reliability and alignment. Reliability and alignment. When it comes to working in an organization, especially the kind of organization that I'm sending you to, all right, you need to have what I call a trust capital. If you're writing, write it down. Trust capital. There are many capitals. There's financial capital. There is a human resource capital, because people are human capital. Is that not so? But there's something that I call trust capital. As a matter of fact, in case you want to write it in another way, you can call it trust, not just capital now, trust currency. It can be your currency. It can be something you use to trade and to buy and to sell in the place of, in your professional work. Okay, so please take note of this. Trust is the fundamental currency of any high-performing corporate workspace. When you have a corporate workspace and there is no trust, that deficit of trust is a problem already. The currency that you need in any high-performing corporate workspace is what? Trust. There's what we call the say and do ratio. I say that again, the say and do ratio. For those of us that are listening to me or following me, now one of the things you know is that I always say this. When you say things, do them. there's a rate, that's what we call the ratio between your say and your do. If your say and your do ratio is not 1-to-1, then there's problem. I say that again. Your say and do ratio, if you're taking notes, I hope you're writing, please. I hope you're writing. Say and do ratio. Your say and your do must be 1:1. 1:1. That is the most balanced kind of person you can have in any workspace, that can be trusted by colleagues, trusted by superiors, trusted by, what do you call them now? Those that are under you, right? At the expense of anything, they can just trust you. Why? Because you've earned it. And the only way to earn it is honesty. Your say and your do must be 1-to-1. 1:1 is what we preach, is what we teach, is what we admonish, and is what we live by. We do not live by 1-0 or 2-1. No, it is 1-to-1. If I say it, I will do it. If I say I'm going to come, you're going to see me. If something got wrong in the process of me coming, I will let you know ahead of time. But you cannot say or tell anybody that he said he was going to come and he did not come. Are we together now? Your say and your do must be 1-to-1. So I like you to, if you're writing down, please write down and down. And I'm going forward already. I'm not waiting for you. Now, if you commit to delivering a project or task by, let's say, a specific deadline, right? You want to deliver a task by a specific deadline, ensure it lands on time. If you say 12 o'clock, like I said already, 12 midnight, I would have to send a list of those that we've been able to put together for this job opportunity. By 12 midnight, I'll have to send it. So if you have not submitted yours by 12 midnight, I am sorry, I may not be able to help you really much. Okay, so we'll now have to put you for the next batch. Don't forget there'll be many batches. This is not the first. This is not the first and the last. Because like I said, it's all over the country. So if you have people in Kano, in Kaduna, in Zamfara, wherever you are, you have people, please, especially even in the southeast, the southwest, all of the, please let us know. We want to get them involved in this process also. Okay, like I said, it's a nationwide thing and it's very large. All right, so like I was saying, when it comes to trust, 1:1 is what we admonish and is what we stand by. That's actually our standard. Okay, so as you are going to that place, as we are sending your name there, they start calling you for your training. Some of you may be trained this weekend by Saturday. I think by Saturday, some of you will be trained, right? But this is what I want you to know. You cannot at any point not deliver on this promise, which is 1:1. Say and do. That is what gives us the integrity to keep bringing people to them. If we're sending people there and their yes is not yes, their no is not no, we'll have problems. So please take note of that. So I call it the foundation of trust. Your trust currency must be at the ratio of 1-to-1. Say and do. 1:1. All right? We move forward. Integrity. I've talked about trust now. Don't forget, integrity is built upon trust. Before I will call you a person of integrity, one of the things I like to have known is that, are you trustworthy? Your trustworthiness, if it's in question, there's trouble. If your trustworthiness is in question, there's trouble already. So we want to know, when it comes to integrity, what are the pillars? There are 3 pillars. If you're writing down, please write them down. Number 1, reliability. We're talking of integrity now. Number 1, reliability. Number 2, teachability. And number 3, proactivity. I say that again. Number 1, reliability. Number 2, teachability. Number 3, proactivity. Don't forget these 3 pillars. They are very, very critical to the things we're going to be talking about. Reliability. What's reliability? Consistently executing at high standards. It is not that I did well today, tomorrow I could not do well again. That's trouble. That's inconsistency. If I deliver at this standard today, when you come tomorrow, I'm not delivering less than this. High standard every day. And what that tells us is that your team never doubts whether you're going to, your commitments will materialize or not. They just know that you will deliver. Have you worked with people before that will tell you that no, for him, no, forget it. When he comes to get it done, we just know he will get it done. Why? Because they know, they've tested you over time, and now they've known that when it comes to your delivery, it is not in question. You delivered like this yesterday, you deliver again today. Are we together? Please, I'd like you to follow me as we do this. So integrity is key, but don't forget, there are three aspects, there are three key areas that we use when we talk about the pillars of integrity. So the first pillar is reliability. Reliability means you can be depended upon. Can people trust you? Can they depend? Don't forget I said trust is the currency. Integrity is what we use to judge trust. Now look at it. If I can rely on this chair, I can, put my back on it. Means I can depend on it because I know I will not fall down. When it comes to you, can people put their backs on you and know that you will not fail them? Are they sure that you did it yesterday, you can do it for them today? Or is it that today you are coming with a different excuse why you cannot do what you did yesterday? That's already a problem. Reliability is very key. Number 2 of the 3 pillars, teachability. What is teachability? A constant learner. See, you can never know it all. And let me tell you the truth. All of these things we're saying, we're not trying to say that you are perfect or you're already perfect or stuff like that. No. What we're simply saying is that when it comes to delivery, we know that sometimes there are things you may not totally know per time. And what do you do when you do not know them? You learn. And how do we know you're teachable? We know you are teachable by how you receive feedbacks. How do you receive professional feedbacks? In your office, when they tell you that, oh, sorry, that thing you did, there's a bit of an error and so and so. Don't forget you gave it your all. As far as you're concerned, you did very well. But now the feedback is saying that, no, you didn't do so well. What are you supposed to do? Will you consider it as a valuable investment in your capacity to receive professional feedbacks? Or are you going to just get angry because you feel that, who is this person to tell me what I didn't do well? And sometimes, again, let me tell you, when it comes to organizations, different organizations have different cultures. And because of that, their expectations may not be the same. There are some organizations that are very high on delivery, such that you deliver at a particular level. From where you're coming from, it was okay. But in their own organization, they don't feel that it's okay. Not because they may even be better than you, but because it doesn't just meet up with what they want to do. The best thing to do is to learn. Be teachable. Be humble enough to ask questions. Is this good enough? Can I add to it? Is there something I need to adjust? I tell you the truth. I'm a professional in many things. I do a lot of, especially when it comes to development of concepts, ideas, plans, strategies, and all of that. So I submit documents always. I've submitted today already. All right. And this is what happens to me when I do that. Every time I submit, I always leave a comment. Kindly let me know where we need to make adjustments, corrections, or the places where we should, cut off. If there are things we need to remove, there are things we need to add. Kindly let me know. Meaning that I am not looking at myself as one man that is so perfect. I've done this thing so well, and I know that it's good. And don't forget, I've written things. I've done a lot. Not to brag, I've done a lot. Even at the national level in Nigeria here, there are many things I've done that the only thing that the president needed to do was to sign on it. Oh yes. I've written things that even at the World Bank level cannot be questioned. I'm just saying that even at that level, there's never a time that I submit something that I will, ask, and I will not ask people or the people I'm submitting it to whether it is good enough, whether it is fit enough, whether there are corrections that need to be made, whether there are adjustments that need, because people's tastes are not the same. That thing that you're thinking is so excellent, you've done so well, there are other people that does not meet their standard. So when it comes to teachability, people want to see, how do you respond to professional rebuke? How do you respond to professional feedbacks? There are people I am always afraid of. I call them dangerous people. They're very dangerous. Dangerous because when it comes to, what do you call it now? Feedbacks, is zero for them. Zero. When I mean zero, I know, I'm telling you, people that I know, their feedback mechanism is zero because they don't want feedbacks. As a matter of fact, they hate feedbacks. In fact, when you tell them that they've done something that is, and feedback must not necessarily be negative, they are positive feedbacks. Oh, you've done so well. Please keep it up. That's a feedback. So the same way you receive that one with joy, also receive the one that says you have not done well at the level that will help you to grow and do better. Are we together? Please, I want you to put some of the things I'm writing, put them on the chat box so that I can know that we are together and to know that you are understanding me. All right. Please, let's get that done as we move forward. Number 3 leg, or the third pillar of integrity, is what I call proactivity. What is proactivity? Proactivity is simply, in simple terms, so that you don't begin to wait for one big definition. I like to make things as simple as possible. What's proactivity? It's simply not waiting for orders before you do. Some people wait until an order has been released, an instruction has been given before they go ahead to do. No. Proactivity simply means I know what is to be done and I am ready and I'm doing them before I'm even told to do them. What that means is that you're very sharp in your sensitivity. You are able to envisage things that should be done. You are able to understand things that should happen. You are able to go the extra mile, to walk when others are not working, so that you can get yourself into that place where you are always ready. To be proactive means to be always ready. You're constantly ready. I remember one time I used to be I used to sing, and all of that. And one of those days, somebody was supposed to take something and I was not there and the person was not there taking it. And they just said, Nelson is here, take it. And I came on board and started taking it. And one lady looked at me and said, always ready. So they started calling me always ready then. Now, the thing is this, when you are proactive, you always prepare ahead of orders. You don't wait for orders before you prepare. Your preparation is for the future. Now, people like that will always find themselves very, 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 strongly. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. People that do like that will always find themselves very, very handy. People want to work with you. Your leaders want to have you on their team. They want to make sure that you are constantly, because you are reliable. Why? You are proactive. Your proactivity actually tells on your reliability. When you're proactive, you go ahead of others. You get things done even before you are asked to do them. All right? So I move ahead to the second part. Now, the first part, I said we're going to be talking about what? The core foundation, which is character and work ethics. Now, the second part is what I call professional etiquette, what I call the unwritten rules. There are rules in organizations that are necessarily not written. You may not come there and find them in their policy handbook, but they are professional ethics. Now, these etiquettes that I want to talk about, or that I'm going to be talking about, are things that you must know on your own. And there are many of them. I may not be able to talk too much about them, but there are 3 very, very important ones I just like to highlight before we move to the next phase. Number 1, punctuality is precision. If you're writing, write that down. Workplace rules of etiquette. Workplace rules of etiquette. If you're writing down, this is what you should write. Workplace rules of etiquette. Punctuality is precision. Arriving on time means you are late. Okay. Somebody's wondering, where is this man driving at? Arriving on time simply means you are what? You are late. You always aim for 10 minutes early, meaning that I get to my office opens by 9 o'clock. I'm supposed to be boss, right? I get to my office many times 8:30. Office opens by 9 o'clock. I'm telling you what I do on a daily basis. I drop my children in school by 7:30. I'm on my way to the office with all the hold up and all of that. Latest 8:30, I'm in my office. I settle down, I have time to pray a bit, I have time to do one or two things before the office officially opens and people begin to work. All right. It helps me settle down, helps me to have a breather, helps me to plan, helps me to concentrate, helps me to channel my energy properly. So I'm not just rushing. You're not just rushing into work. Punctuality is an etiquette, is a silent rule. Some offices may have them, but not every office may have them. You are going to be deployed to places to go do certain things. Like I said, those of us that will get this job. Now, by the time you are getting into those places to do these things, one of the things you must look at is punctuality. Let it be that when people are writing about you, when the clients are writing about you, let them write that, oh, this person, amazing person. He came on time, he was on point, and all of that. Number 2, digital hygiene and communication. Digital hygiene and communication. Always maintain a clear, professional, and respectful tone. Acknowledge corporate emails promptly. Don't wait for email. You see, when corporate emails come to your box, and don't just answer like somebody that is coming from the village. No. Always understand how to communicate formally. Dear sir, or if it's a colleague of yours or somebody, of course, in other organizations, they don't allow you to use site. You use the first name. Dear Nelson, thank you for your email. You are responding. I've gotten everything you said. I will look through it with my team and we will revert to you at so time. Make sure you put the time at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you once again. Regards, Nelson. Now, what have you done? You have simply acknowledged. It does not mean you have responded to what the person has asked you to do, or you have done what the person has asked you to do. But the first thing you must do when you receive an email is to acknowledge. Now, I realize that this part of the world, especially in Africa, in Nigeria also, we find it difficult to acknowledge emails. We wait until we have done what they asked us to do in the email, then we'll now send it. No, the first thing you do once an email comes to you, you acknowledge it. I saw some of the emails I sent out today. Some people acknowledged. Oh, thank you so very much. Somebody said, thank you, sir. See you later. Oh, for me, I felt that's beautiful, right? Now, when you receive an email like that, what do? Respectfully say, acknowledged. Or you say, oh, dear so and so, I write to acknowledge the receipt of your email. I would respond accordingly. Then don't forget to put a time so that the person can be inundated on the time to expect your feedback. And then don't forget to put the salutation at the end. Best regards, best wishes, sincerely, faithfully, whatever it is that you love to use. And then you end by saying what? Put your name there. I'll move forward because of time. I wish I could talk more about it's digital hygiene. It's just like you have physical hygiene. You wash your hands, you clean your environment. Always don't leave anything that on your table. Because we are in the digital age, things come to you by email, by messages are sent to you. Don't wait. Answer them promptly. Number 3, confidentiality and loyalty. Oh, this one is too important. Please, I beg you. In case you forget anything, don't forget this one. Confidentiality and loyalty. These are the 3 I'd like to talk about tonight. There are many etiquettes, very, very many, that cannot even start talking about tonight. But I just like to talk on these 3. Don't forget, I've talked about punctuality, precision. Number 2, I said digital hygiene and communication. Number 3, confidentiality and loyalty. Not everything that is in your organization is supposed to be disclosed to a third party. Some of you are here now. If you notice, when I was talking, I didn't give you the name of the organization. I didn't tell you many things about, because that confidentiality is part of what I must protect, right? They've not given me the liberty to open that up to anybody. So what do? I keep it to my chest. That's confidentiality. Confidentiality is maintaining that sanctity, that space of keeping what is for someone, for that person, and not disclosing it to someone else. That's confidentiality. When you are confidential, when you're a confidential person, it means you can be trusted with information, knowing fully well that information will not leak. There are many times in government we see some confidential letters, confidential memos leaked out to the public, and you're wondering, how did it come? It came from inside the organization. Are we together? It came from inside the organization. And then you now realize that many people, or many times, we find people who are, fond of screenshotting. They screenshot, discussions, they screenshot, what do you call that now? They snap confidential documents and all of that, and they're sharing with their friends. Unknown to them, the moment you have opened it up to one person, you have opened it up to the world. You tell the person, please, it's just between me and you. Don't share with anybody. You are lying. There's nothing between you and him, or you and her. Oh, please keep it between the two of us. It's not true. That person is not keeping it between two of you. The person is going ahead to share it. Loyalty. What's loyalty? Loyalty simply means inside the organization, you have a reputation to have the back. You have the back of the organization. When someone say, I got your back, you know what that means? It means that come rain, come shine, I'll never push my organization under the boss. I'll never leak out our secrets. I will never push my organization or my colleague under the boss. I will stand to defend my organization. I will stand to defend my colleagues. That is what we call confidentiality and loyalty. So that's loyalty. Loyalty is staying true to a cause, staying true to it, not going left and right, not doing rice and beans, standing in one place and know that this is where I stand. I will always have their back. I will defend them when they are not there. Not that you leave your organization and you go outside and the next thing that's happening is you are beginning to backbite. You're talking to everybody. Don't mind that my organization. That my orga. You don't know that my orga. That one is a useless man. You are throwing your organization under the boss, throwing your boss under the boss. Getting yourself into the place where people will begin to wonder, how can this person be this disloyal? Loyalty is very key. Please, I beg you, whatever you do, ensure that your loyalty is in place. All right. Appreciate you all. Now, the next thing I'm going to be dealing with before we bring this session to a close, because I don't want us to exceed the time, is the third module and the employability toolkit, general readiness. I want to talk about the general readiness. Whether you're ready for this job or not, please take note of these things I'm about to reel out. Number one, digital footprint. Your resume. I don't know if you have your CVs, your resume. Let it be optimized. If you have not upgraded it lately, please upgrade it. We'll be doing a masterclass on how to present your resume. In fact, how to put a resume, how to put a CV together. We'll be doing that another time. And then those of us that are on LinkedIn, go and optimize your LinkedIn profile. Now, one of the things people or organizations look out for is their LinkedIn. They want to see your LinkedIn profile. They want to see, okay, this thing you put in your CV, can we check it out on LinkedIn to see whether what this person is saying is true? And these are the key action steps. Number one, reflect measurable value instead of simply listing static duties. Use active verbs. Today is not a day to talk about resume, but I'm just telling you this. So if you want to write your resume, some of you write your resume, you say, I clean the table. Every day I come to the office, I clean the table. I wash the plates. No. We're talking of measurable value that can, instead of simply just listing static duties, I do this, I do that. No. Use active verbs. I led the team that worked on so and so project. We delivered at so and so time. And this, you write something that shows that we made, for instance, if the company made about maybe say 20% revenue increase in that year, say, okay, we had a 20% revenue increase because of this. So basically, you have written something that is active. It's something that is active. Use active verbs, right? Use things that make it look like you are doing this thing is ongoing, And many of us, we don't do that. Even if you want to report it, for instance, if it's a former job where you've worked before and you want to write, please write it in a way that shows that while you were there, you did that thing and there was a result that came out of it. Always use either, who is not hearing me? Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. I didn't know this has gone off. Okay, so let's use this one for now. So let me know if you can hear me now. Those of you on Facebook, can you hear me now? I think you should be able to hear me now, right? Thank you. So like I was saying, in your resume, your CV, always use things that show that you've done. This is what you did. This is what it led to. This. You can't still hear me? You should be able to hear me now. Please check again. You should be able to hear me now. All right. Please check and let me know. On Facebook, please check and let me know. Can you hear me on Facebook? Please let me know if you can hear me. Cognitive readiness. That's the second thing for functional pillars. Second thing, cognitive readiness. Now, I call this structural problem solving. You know, people just talk about problem solving. I call it structural problem solving. When it comes to problem solving, don't just solve problem, make it structural. Analyze complex data objectively. Analyze what? Complex data objectively. Strive to make strategic evidence-based recommendations. That's structural problem solving. You're not just solving problem anyhow. Okay? Please let me know. I want to know if you can hear me now. On Facebook, please, somebody help me know. Let me just put a message there. Let me know whether I can hear me on Facebook. All right. I know every other person is hearing me, just Facebook, please. So let me know. Thank you. So I said structural problem solving has to do with number one, analyzing complex data, but be objective. Analyze it objectively. Strive to make strategic evidence-based recommendations. When you're making recommendations, let it be evidence-based. Don't just make recommendations because they say make recommendations, just write anyhow. No. Let it be evidence-based. By virtue of this is what it is. By the time you do this and do this and do that, this is what it amounts to. What I'm trying to say is that let your cognitive readiness be shown in your evidence-based recommendations. Number three, adaptability. I hope you're writing. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I talked about what? Digital footprints, cognitive readiness, and then adaptability. Now, adaptability is simply emotional intelligence, or what we call EQ, emotional quotient. Learn to manage workspace or workplace stress and work with diverse personalities seamlessly. I mentioned that earlier when I started, but I didn't call it emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is understanding your own emotions and tailoring them to suit that of others, and to be able to manage emotions around you in such a way that you get jobs done without friction. I'm not saying that there will not be frictions, but you are able to work with people. Meaning that emotions, anger, stress, all those kind of things are under your control. You are intelligent enough to know when to answer, how to answer, what to say, when to say, how to say. When it comes to you are seeing someone's mood is not good enough, and you want to break a news to the person, and you know that the news is not pleasing. Emotional intelligence tells you how to break the news, when to break the news. You don't just come and say, hey, it has happened though. You come to the office. I can't forget when one of our presidents died that time, a military head of state then. One of our teachers in secondary school, I was in secondary school then, and then the man just came to the middle of and started shouting, hey, Nigeria, where are we going to? Your president has died. No. Emotional intelligence teaches you, it teaches you how to manage information, what to say, when to say it, how to say it. Emotional intelligence also teaches you how to apply thinking before acting. Something happens, subject it to thinking. Give it a thought. It may be a little time, but give it a thought. That little time of thinking will help you navigate your way around speaking so that you don't say what is wrong and you don't get people to the place where they're agitated unnecessarily. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and your colleagues, all right? This is the last part, crafting your digital presence. Now, your digital presence or your digital representation is the very first interview you will ever go through. And we have that. I hope you know, I've talked about your LinkedIn profile and all. Those of us, you don't have any LinkedIn profile, go to LinkedIn and open a profile, open a page, right? Go to the portal and register yourself LinkedIn on LinkedIn. Very important. Or if you have other job, what do you call them now? Um, you know, platforms, okay, professional platforms. Why not go and put your stuff there and get yourself to the place where you can be easily seen, you can be easily called upon. Is that okay? Now, number one, build a cohesive brand narration or narrative across all functional channels. For instance, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're on X, right? You're on TikTok, right? When people see you on TikTok, when they see you on Facebook, you are saying different things. You are meaning different things. Your digital brand or your digital presence is thwarted, is inconsistent. Okay. When we see you on Facebook, are you still the leadership person you said you are? Are you still the, you understand? When we see you on Facebook, are you just someone that just banters or you have your core moments? When we see you on TikTok, what are the contents that you post? What are the things you like? I hope you know that the organizations, before they give you any job, they go do background checks. We do that also. We do background checks. We check you out. We want to see what you've done, what you've been doing. Who do you comment? What kind of post do you respond or react to? Number two, highlight projects that clearly demonstrates problem-solving competency. Now, when you are writing your CV or you are even on your those platforms I'm talking about, demonstrates your problem-solving competency. When you're writing, write something that's cohesive from your brand that says that, okay, for instance, you did a project at so place, you write it there, let people know that you had these opportunities, you did this with them. Is that okay? Now, number three, showcase commitment to persistent professional development. When you are always going for trainings, always write it there. I went for training or I went for capacity building summit, so and so. For instance, those of us that attended Uplift Summit, you put it there. You attended Uplift Summit 3.0, where you were taught vision, voice, vision, and venture, right? And you write it, you put it there. These are trainings. You are showcasing your commitment to professional development, all right? And I will like to, in fact, I have to stop here, okay? I'll have to stop at this point because of time, okay? Now, this is a quote. I'd like you to write it down. Wherever you are, please write this one down. The job market is highly competitive, but it is starving for people of integrity, high energy, and consistent work ethics. Skills can be taught. Character must be brought. I think I'll have to find a way to put this one out there. Let me share it with those of us on YouTube and, in fact, everybody. Okay? Ooh. Okay. On YouTube, can you see that? On YouTube, can you see that? The job market is highly competitive. I'm going to share also with, where are they now? Let me share with us. Okay. Those of you on Facebook, I don't know, we cannot share our screen on Facebook, so I don't know how we're going to work that out. But please, just bear with us. I'll just read it out for those of us that are on Facebook. It simply says, the job market is highly competitive, but it is starving, as competitive as it is starving for people of integrity, high energy, and consistent work ethic. That's what we talked about consistency earlier. Skills can be taught, but character must be brought. That one you can't teach it. You must bring it to the table. I like to read it again. This is my closing charge to everybody. The job market is highly competitive, but it is starving of people of integrity, high energy, and consistent work ethic. Skills can be taught, character must be brought. I think at this point, I'd like to stop and ask if there are questions. Please, if you have any questions, this is the time to ask. If you're on YouTube, you can put it on the comment box. If you are on Facebook, put it in the comment box. I would like to answer your questions now. Thank you very much. Upworks is another platform. No, Uplifts. That's where we have Uplift Summit, Uplift International. It's a different platform. So let's go ahead. You want to ask a question? Please go ahead. If you, oh, I'm seeing a lot of hands now. Thank you very much. How many hands am I seeing? Just Precious? Okay, Moses and Christopher. Okay, let's go. Precious, let's go from you first. Okay, and Joshua. Okay, let's go from you. Precious, the floor is yours. It's a pleasure. Yes, please. Mhm. Yeah. You are okay. Thank you very much. We have a lot of what do you call it now? We have a lot of rhetorics when it comes to training and teaching. All right, what they mean by under promise and over deliver is what they're simply trying to say is that if at all you have to make a promise, ensure that you surpass what you promised to do. Now, that works. Okay, it works. In any way, it's not to say that the 1-to-1 ratio is what do you call it now? It's a standard that cannot. No, no, no. You can overdo. You can do more than that. But don't forget, the 1-to-1 ratio is based on trust on the deliver, or rather on the promise, or promise little and deliver much, does not actually work in that sense. Where it works is, for instance, if you want to show yourself as someone who has ability to do certain things, right? Yes, it's not good to praise yourself so much and then you deliver so little. That's where that concept comes to play. When it comes to work, duties, and all of that, what we're simply saying is that your yes should be yes. Meaning that if I say yes, I'm going to do it, I will do it. Right? The 1-to-1 ratio we're saying is not basically on a capacity level, it is basically on trust and on trust level, so that I need to trust you that you said you're going to do this and you delivered on it. Basically, that's what it is. So we're not saying capacity level, you can show that you do not have so much, but then you do so well and then you wow people. That's very, of course, advisable at any point in time. When it comes to trust, we're saying let your yes be yes. 1:1. I say I will do it and I did it. Is that fine, sir? I appreciate you. Thank you. So let's have Moses. Moses, you can unmute yourself. Let's have your question. Let me see. Can I unmute you? Okay, go ahead. Good evening to you, Moses. My pleasure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mm. Yes. So they use you basically. You're talking of people that use you. Mm. Okay. Okay, first things, thank you very much. First things first, the what we're submitting by 12 noon, by 12 midnight is me. I am submitting the list of everybody that has joined and has registered online for the job opportunity that I told you about. So I'll be making that submission. So I gave a deadline. Whatever anybody, those that are joining us that have not registered, should go to www.eford leadership.org slash forward slash uplift. EFOD is EPHOD leadership. Do you get that now? .org forward slash uplift. Uplift is UPLIFT. So that's what we're submitting. I am the one doing that submission, it's not you. So I do that submission by 12 midnight. So whoever has not registered by that time, I may not be able to help. That's on the other side. Then, of course, on the side of being used. Now, let me explain something to you. There is something that I have found very, very common, especially in this part of the world, in our climate. How that the moment you show yourself that you have capacity, what people tend to do is to use you. And I found it everywhere. I won't lie to you, everywhere. At work, in school, in the religious sphere, I'm talking of your church, your mosque, wherever it is you go to. The moment some people, not everybody, know that you are good at a particular thing, you become the cash cow. You become the one that everybody's using. You become the one that they will, suffer. Right? Now, this is what you should do. How do you manage such places? Number one, whatever is given to you that puts you too much, sometimes it's something that is extra, right? It comes to you as a way of building yourself. Sometimes also it is adding to you. Don't forget, that's the number one thing I want you to learn. It adds to you. There's nothing good you do that takes away from you. I want you to take note of that. There's nothing good. You do something good and it takes away from you. No. Whatever good you do adds to you. That's number one thing. So the person may think that they are punishing you or they are using you, but you are benefiting from it. All right. Number two, are we together? Number two, when you find yourself in such situation and you realize that you've become very active, you are proactive, people want to take advantage of that, politely, officially, ask for a raise, especially if it is not part of your duties, your assigned roles and responsibilities. There's what we call job description that is handed over to you when you come to a place. If you find yourself doing more than what is written in your job schedule and it's telling on you, there is nothing wrong. It's just that in this part of the world, we are afraid. I don't know where we get that kind of timidity from or where we got that kind of timidity from. You ask for a raise. If it is not coming with perks, meaning that for every overtime I do, for every more job that I do, and okay, this is what is laid down in the policy for me to be paid, then you ask for it, demand for it. It doesn't make you a bad person. Many times we have this sense of false loyalty, which I also call blind loyalty. We are loyal to a fault that the people we are loyal to are not loyal to us. We do so much for them and they do not remember us or do us any good in return. What you should do at that moment is to ask, demand for it. Number three, If you realize that it's a deliberate attempt to keep using you, you have to find a way to address it. All right. And especially if the organization knows that they are benefiting from it and they need you there, I'm telling you the truth, it may be difficult for them to let you go. They will not want to let you go. So, what you do is to address it. Sir, I realize that there are too many things being dumped on me. Politely, like I told us, communication is key. Emotional intelligence is very, very critical. Sir, I have noticed you have a discussion with your HR or whoever the line manager or your supervisor is, and tell the person, sir, I realize that bulk of this work comes to me, including the one for other people and all that, and there's no commensurate bonuses or perks that come with things that I do. Please, sir, I would like to have some of these things reduced so that it doesn't tell on other things. It's affecting me and it may begin to affect my work. Don't forget, always put it there. It may begin to affect my work here, and I do not want that to happen. So please, I wouldn't mind if that can be reduced for me, or this is not, or I am not strong enough to handle more of these things. Now, for people that are very understanding, they know what you're saying exactly. But some other people, they do not understand what you're saying. So what they want to do is to begin to fight. Okay? If they begin to create a toxic environment for you, one of the things you should know is that your time in that place may be up. We do not like to hear it sometimes. I am not a proponent of using people. I am not that kind of a person who wants to be in a place where people are tormented, people are subdued, people are taken advantage of. No, I do not want to be a part of that kind of organization. So I always tell people, if you find that it's telling on you, it's not working well for you, and it's not a learning curve for you, please quietly, especially if you've tried to address it and nobody wants to address it with you, they're taking it as if it's their right, and they're even making it toxic for you. You leave. You leave. That's the best way to act. I hope I've been able to answer you. I want to go into the other questions. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, Christopher, let's have you, Chris. You can unmute. Good evening, Christopher. You're welcome. Okay, I've answered one. Okay, go ahead. Run through all of them. Run through all of them. Oh, really? You checked your spam? Okay, you may have to check. You may have to check your spam. Yes. Okay. No, I saw your captured there. Your name is there. Your phone number, your email. I saw you there. So the first question you asked about the training mode, the mode of training, whether it's going to be online, virtual, or now because no because of the nature of the job. Don't forget, you're going to be installing things for people. You need to be physically present. It's going to be physical training. Yes. So there may be some part of it that may be virtual, but a bulk of it you have to show they will show you how to do it, and of course you also have to do it. Yeah. I appreciate it. Oh, on Saturday? Okay, let's see how we can work that out. Let's see how we can work that out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Joshua, let's have you next. You can unmute, Joshua. Joshua, we can't hear you. You may have to. Can you shut your video down? turn off your video. Turn off your video, maybe to help your. If you turn off your video, it may help your, yes, the quality of your sound. Let's go. Joshua, we can't hear Joshua now. Okay, Amadou Bello. Let's have Amadou Bello. Joshua will come back to you. Once your sound is okay, we'll come back to you. But I would suggest that you put off your video so that we can hear you. Your video is on. I'm sure your bandwidth is not large enough to handle both. So you can just use your voice. So if you can shut down or close your video to be good. So let's have you, Amadou Bello. Wow. Good evening to you. It's a pleasure. Okay. 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 So the question has been answered. Oh, okay. Outside Abuja. Yes. Your training will be, yes, your training will be run for you. They will let you know what date your training is going to be. For those of you that are outside Abuja, we're starting. Abuja is like a starting place. The moment Abuja's training is done, like I said last week, as a last week Saturday, I think the first batch of training was done on Saturday. So there'll be another batch this Saturday. So and I know that it's like I said, it's all over the country. So you'll be called upon. Eh? Yes, only for those in Nigeria. Somebody is asking. Yes, it's only for those in Nigeria. So yes, you'll be called upon wherever state you are. We're submitting all your names depending on if you have actually registered on the website. You will be called upon when it's time for your own state. They'll let you know. They'll call you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No, the training, like I said, your training will be at your location. I'm not sure they will ask you that in Lokoja to go somewhere else, or you are in Kontagora to go somewhere else. It will be in your state. It may be at the state capital, then other people will come there. There's no age limit, please. Yes, information. I see you. There's no age limit. There's no age limit at all. Once you are agile, you're strong enough. Why not? Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So let's have Olawale. Olawale, good to have you. Good evening. Mhm, mm, mm, mhm. Yes. Mhm. You did the right. I was waiting. I was waiting to ask you what you did. Well, I was actually waiting to ask you what you did. Now, let me tell you something. There's what I call the torment of your soul. You know, when your soul is tormented, right? Sometimes it's not necessarily because maybe some people are, fighting you and stuff like that. No, no, no. You are in a place where the culture of the place, the norms within the place, right? Begin to, choke your mind, choke you because you don't have that culture. It's not your character to be dubious, to be corrupt. And it begins now, the longer you stay in that place, the more the tendency of you becoming like them grows. So now I always advise number one, isolate yourself. If you must be there, isolate yourself. Once you isolate yourself, you are giving yourself the breather, the opportunity to breathe, to the opportunity to not be contaminated by it. Number two, the longer you stay in that place, the more the other people begin to see you as an enemy because you don't partake in what they partake. They already begin to see you as someone that will either give them out, someone that will throw them under the bus, or someone that will work against their corporate interests tomorrow. The best thing to do is to live there. You are tormenting your soul by staying there, or you are putting yourself in harm's way. If there are very bad people in that place, no, 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 they'll take you out because they feel that you don't belong. No, 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 you don't belong there. Right? Go look for another job. While you are there, start looking for another job. If there is any way possible, please. So I'm happy you said you resigned because I was going to ask that. There's no point. There's no point doing that. Yes. Yes, yes. Mm. Okay. So let me explain that. Let me explain that. Of course, I do politics, right? So, of course, you should know by now that the reason why we're doing politics is because we know that it is dirty game. Okay. So, we need clean people inside to clean it. Now, the dirty people in the game makes the game dirty. Clean people in the game makes the game clean. Now, there's something I call two things I want to talk about. First of all, it's what I call the principle of isolation, which is the principle of shielding. You shield yourself in that kind of a place. How do you shield yourself? By putting around you people of like passion. Now, when I entered into politics, one of the things I did was I was able to convince, in fact, I had like about four of my people, very committed people of integrity, who came with me to join, and they were my inner circle. They are my inner core. Now, these three persons, everywhere I go to, you must see them around me. Why? We think the same. When we come out and we see all these people, they say all manner of things, we will laugh with them. When we get back inside, we start laughing. We say, hey, did you hear what that one said? Hear what that one said? I give you an example. I went somewhere to campaign, and after my campaign, some of the people that were in they were on my team, or they were part of what I was doing. They met me and they said, sir, politics, you cannot do it in ordinary IO. They know they use ordinary I do politics, so sir. In fact, that we have already that can you imagine? They've already put themselves together. This is what they want to do. One said that there are three, anyone I want, three. I say, okay, what is it? He said, number one, there's one that is like like wine. They put inside bottle for me. Anytime I want to go out for campaign or anything, I'll just sip it. And once I sip it like this and I come, when people see my face, they'll run away. If any bad people, they want to come around me and all of that. When they see me, they'll just become my friends. There's another one again. They say that one is like singlets, like a vest. I wear it inside my babariga or my anything I'm wearing. I wear that one inside. There is no gun, no bullets in this life that can touch me. I said, okay. Then what is the third one? I said the third one is like a belt. I wear it around my waist. They said that one is the most powerful. That if I'm coming into a place like this and people are, doing all manner of things and all that, the moment they see me, they'll begin to sing my praise. Like the same people that say we're going to kill him, we're going to kill him. When they see you, now the moment they see you, what they'll now do is they begin to sing your praise. I say, so all these things exist. They say yes. I say, but if we know I'm a pastor, right? They say, of course we know you're a pastor. That even other pastors used to come to them to collect this thing. I say, eh? So people come to you and say, the thing was so funny. Right now, another one I can't forget. My wife was there then. In the middle of the night, he was calling me to send him money. That he's talking to me now. He's about to enter into the bush now to go and do something for me. That all the people that are fighting me, that you give them between now and tomorrow morning, I'll begin to hear things. I say, hey, God have mercy on me. But then, what shielded me from, and I can count a lot of them. Those that will come and outrightly, they'll be lying to you, and they're lying to you, and then you're seeing through them. This one is lying. Right? Now, how did I, first of all, shield yourself? That's the principle of isolation. Isolation does not mean you're not part of them. It simply means that you are in them, but you are away from them. While you are inside of them, you are not like them. You are not with them. They are not in you. All right? So that's the principle of isolation. The second thing that I always say, especially when it comes to politics, is this: always surround yourself with people of like passion. Oh, please, never joke with that. Surround yourself with people of like passion. In fact, let it be that your inner core will be people who are of the same value system with you. Your value system, the same integrity and all of that. All right? I think I've been able to answer your question, have I? Okay, so thank you, sir, for this opportunity. With AI changing the workplace, what skills should we focus on developing to remain employable? Oh, when it comes to employability and the jobs that are on ground right now, I beg of you, whatever you do right now, make yourself IT savvy. Okay, and I mean IT savvy now. AI, IoT, Internet of Things, how to navigate some of these things. Please take them seriously. Take them seriously. And please, those of us that are on YouTube, I hope you've subscribed to my channel. I'll be bringing out a lot of things as we move forward. I'm seeing that there's a need for us to, venture and touch on a lot of things. So I'll be bringing them on board. So please make sure you subscribe so that you can easily get notifications from me. All right. So yes, there are works that I hope you know. I was telling people that came for Uplift Summit on Saturday. There are certain skills that AI cannot take away from you. I give you an example, and I'm not saying everybody should go and do that. To some of you, you are past that age, you cannot go back and do it again. For instance, football. I hope you know that no matter what happens, we're watching World Cup now. I hope you know that AI can never play football for us. Have you ever thought of that? AI will never play football for us, right? There are other stuff like that AI cannot do. AI cannot do character development. AI cannot do character building. AI cannot, you see, no matter how good AI is, it only gets jobs done, right? Especially technical jobs, all right? So what you need to do is to look for those jobs that are not absolutely dependent, that technology cannot do, right? Especially, I give you an example. Even training now, some part of training now, AI is doing them. Yeah, the AI is that they're what do you call it now? Training software that you put this thing inside. AI will program it, use your voice or use another person's voice, and of course, the person just reels it out with video graphics and all of that, infographics and all of that and all of that. So please, what you need to do if you must get a job, you want to be employable, right? Get yourself to be AI savvy, be internet savvy. Get whatever it is you're doing, back it up with that skill, the internet skill, because that's where we're going to, whether you like it or not. That's where we're going to. Then develop soft skills. There are soft skills that are needed in organizations that AI cannot do. Like I told you, emotional intelligence. AI will not sweep. I'm just giving you an example. Those of us that are janitors are thinking that, oh, it's not good to be a janitor. I'm the lowest in the organization. Nobody thinks about me. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you right now. As it is today, AI cannot sweep for you. AI will not clean for you. All right? There are many other things. So those of us that are in engineering and other stuff, AI will not climb, what do you call it now, towers for you. AI can simulate a lot of things, can even, and all of that. AI cannot act. You can use, there are these AI films now, but you can tell, you can't relate with them. They're not human, as it were. You can tell that these are AI, humanoids and all those kind of things. And the truth is that that's where we're going to. So get yourself into things that that be AI savvy, be internet savvy, okay? So that you too, you can also be, because what people look for is people that can operate the AI. So you're not just doing AI, you're an accountant, but you know how to use AI to operate accounting. So you're doing accounting software and you understand how to use AI to navigate that space. That's what we're saying. Be AI savvy, be internet savvy in whatever you do. I hope I've been able to answer your question, information. Okay, you didn't get a mail. Let me put Let me put the link on YouTube or .org/uplift. So information, that is what to use: www.effortleadership.org/uplift. So that's where you register. Please register so that you can get the email and you can be invited. Okay. Any other person on Facebook? No questions here. Okay. Thank you very much. There are no questions on Facebook. I want to bring this session to a close. I think we've done justice tonight, and then there's a lot to do after tonight. Sir, is the training for only those in Abuja? Yeah, this first one is for only those in Abuja. Those in other states that have registered, you'll be communicated with, and they'll let you know when you should. Okay, Mary is on. Okay, Mary is on a basic altar plan with 30 minutes meetings to record longer meetings. Okay, okay, that's for Mary. Mary is taking notes, so that's fine. Nicholas, thank you very much for taking all this time to be here. Every other person. Oh, wow. I can't even start counting. There are very many. Thank you very much. On YouTube, I can't even start calling your name. But don't forget, on YouTube, subscribe. Subscribe before you go. Leave a comment behind. All right. And there'll be many more of these that will be coming up as time goes on. As they come up, I'll let us know. On Facebook, thank you so very much. I can't call all your names. I appreciate you. I think there are no questions anymore. Please, can someone who didn't attend this class register? Yes, they can register. It's just that they may not have the information that we now have. So what you would do is, if they register for it, make sure that you send them the link of this video so that they can watch. Is that okay? Just send them the link, let them watch. Whether Facebook or YouTube, send them the link. Like I said, this one is already recorded for those of us that are on Zoom. Thank you very much once again. We'll bring this to a close now. I'll see you exactly this time next week. Every Wednesday we do this class. It's mentorship class. We do it every Wednesday, 7:30 to 8:30. Today we have an elongated class because we had to, talk about the job and other things. And then, of course, to answer questions. Thank you very much, and see you on Wednesday next week by God's grace. Bye for now. Good night. Good night, everybody.